Smile, and the whole world will smile with you. Hello, I am Tina Skinner-Reese, and I am here to talk to you today about the leadership skill, positive attitude. I learned at an early age that bad things would happen and disappointments would come. However, even as a young girl, it felt better to focus on what might happen rather than what I knew was actually going to happen. To choose hope rather than the heaviness of the situation. As I got into undergrad, a friend told me one time, Tina, you live your life full of rainbows and butterflies, and that's just not realistic. And that really hurt my heart, and it took me several years to come to the conclusion that you can't have rainbows without a little rain. This, for me, is an example of how I choose to live my life with a positive attitude. Let me paint a picture for you. You've just lost your job. You're feeling really low. So you call your friend, just to vent, get some extra encouragement. And their response is, it'll be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Do you feel like everything's going to be okay in that moment? Do you feel like the sun is shining on you and that your life is blessed? I've been there. I didn't feel that way. But let me remind you in this moment, we have all survived our worst days, and we're stronger and better for those experiences in the end. To break the cliche of everything's going to be okay, we just have to step back and refocus our perspective to remember that bad things are still going to happen. It's just how we respond to those things that makes the situation that much easier to get through. At this time, we'll take a few moments to review tips from the book, 21 Indispensable Qualities of a Leader by John C. Maxwell. In the book, it describes attitude as a choice. I hope by now in the presentation you are seeing a theme that attitude is absolutely a choice each of us get to make every day. Are you going to choose negativity or are you going to choose positivity? The attitude that you choose determines your action. Let me give you an example. Have you ever walked into a fast food restaurant just feeling light and hearty? You go up to the counter and you ask the cashier, how are you doing today? And their response is, fine, what do you want to order? Does that interaction leave you feeling more upbeat or maybe a little disgruntled? This is a great reminder that your attitude that you choose to display has effects on others. The cashier in this moment chose negativity. Likely, you walked away maybe feeling a little flustered, maybe feeling a little disgruntled by the experience. But this is a great reminder that you as a leader going into interactions with your own team members, that the people are a mirror of your own attitude. So are you going in with a positive attitude, asking your team, how's your day today? How's the family? Showing interest in your team? Are you going into a very difficult staff meeting discussing budget cuts with an attitude of, they're cutting our budget, we're not going to be able to do anything? Or are you choosing to see the positive side of this and go, yes, we're getting budget cuts, but this gives us an opportunity to reevaluate what we're doing and how we're doing it, and do we need to continue doing things? It's all about the attitude that you bring into an experience that decides the reaction of others and ultimately the actions of yourself. Plus, remember, it's always easier to maintain a positive attitude rather than to regain that positive attitude. Now we'll take a look at a scientific approach to positive attitude. An article I found posted in March of 2023 by Johns Hopkins Medicine had a research group that had family history of cardiovascular disease. Those participants that chose to take a positive attitude on life had a 33% less likelihood of having a cardiovascular event within the next 5 to 25 years. Those participants that had a positive attitude on life were 13% less likely to have a coronary event over the next 5 to 25 years. This is possible for everyone. If you can just reframe your brain, take 1 minute a day to focus on positive aspects about your life, your surroundings, anything, however small. 3 times a day, take that 1 minute. 45 days of doing this 3 times a day for 1 minute will permanently alter your brain chemistry to help you look at life a little more positively. Give it a try. As the presentation draws to a close, I hope by now that I've given you a different perspective on living a lifestyle with a positive attitude. A positive attitude doesn't mean that bad things won't happen to you or that you're ignoring them. Hopefully, you recognize the bad, but choose to focus on the good. You can either grow better or grow bitter. Ultimately, the choice is yours to make.